Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, both Ethereum and Bitcoin are breaking below key levels of support that we need to pay attention to. And also, just after the Ethereum merge happened yesterday, this important signal just flashed for Ethereum that we need to pay attention to as well. So stick around to the end of this video. First of all, starting off on the US stock market, this right here is the Nasdaq 100 index on the daily time frame, and over the last one day, we have experienced some more bearish price action in the tech stocks. And if you're a regular viewer on this channel, then you'll probably know by now that stocks and crypto are heavily correlated, which means if we see bearish price action in the US stock market, we're probably going to see bearish price action in the crypto market. But as of right now, the Nasdaq 100 index has not yet confirmed a break below this golden pocket level of support, which is something important to keep in mind. And by the way, this golden pocket level of support for the Nasdaq is coming into play in between 11.9k and 12k. And so obviously it is important for the Nasdaq 100 index to experience some sort of bounce here. Otherwise, if we break this important support, then that significantly increases the chances of the Nasdaq revisiting the June lows. But between the golden pocket and the June lows, we do have the 78.6% Fibonacci level, which is sitting at around 11.5k to 11.6k in the Nasdaq 100 index. And those June lows, by the way, are sitting at just above 11,000. And despite the fact that the Nasdaq 100 index is running into some important support and we haven't yet confirmed a break below this support, technically we are still more bearish than bullish, because obviously we're in this bearish trend. We're forming lower highs and lower lows, which is exactly what a bearish trend is. But unlike the Nasdaq 100 index, the Bitcoin price hasn't yet broken below this previous low that we formed around 1 to 2 weeks ago. And so technically speaking, there is still the possibility that the Bitcoin price could form a higher low here. And in that case, obviously that would be a sign of an uptrend, kind of like what we saw back here. But right now, considering the fact that we've seen one daily candle close below 20,000, which was an important support level, the next significant range of support that I'm watching on the daily Bitcoin chart is this price range right here, which is coming into play in between around 18,500 and 19,000. So in that small price range right there, we do historically speaking have a lot of support, which is why that is important for Bitcoin to hold. Because if the price of Bitcoin fails to hold that level of support, then it's extremely likely we'll retest the June lows at 17,500 approximately. And obviously that June low is the final level of support for Bitcoin before we potentially form another leg to the downside. And while we're on the daily time frame, looking at the daily Bitcoin MACD, obviously over the last few days we've lost a lot of bullish momentum, but at the time of recording this video, we haven't yet confirmed a bearish cross in the daily Bitcoin MACD. And so technically speaking, even though we have lost a lot of bullish momentum over the last few days, according to the MACD, and also the fact that the price of Bitcoin hasn't yet broken below this important support, we don't yet have the confirmation needed to really confirm the next leg to the downside, at least not yet. And now zooming into the shorter term, taking a look at the 4-hour Bitcoin chart, and as you can see here, over the last one day, the price of Bitcoin has confirmed a break below this golden pocket level of support, which was sitting at around $20,000. And so due to that, obviously the price of Bitcoin is looking more bearish than bullish in the short term, which means we should be expecting potentially some more downside price action in the shorter term. And this previous golden pocket level of support should now be acting as resistance. Once again, that's sitting at around 20,000. And as for support, I'll be looking towards this 78.6% Fibonacci level, which is sitting at around 19.4k approximately. And then below that level, we have this local low acting as support at around 18,500. But also remember this previous price range, which is coming into play in between around 18,500 and 19,000. But other than that, nothing much has happened for Bitcoin over the last one day. But Ethereum, on the other hand, had the biggest upgrade that it's ever had, which was of course the merge. And if you still have no idea what the Ethereum merge is, check out my last 1 to 2 videos, because in those videos I explained a little bit more about what the Ethereum merge actually is. And obviously if you're following me over on my Twitter, then you would have stayed up to date in real time as the merge was happening. But basically the Ethereum merge was a complete success. It had no errors, no problems. But with that being said, when you consider the massive amount of hype that's been building up in recent months for the Ethereum merge, when it came time for the actual merge to take place, obviously it played out as a sell the news event, a buy the rumor, sell the news, as these things usually play out. But even though that's the situation right now, there's actually some other great news, which is the fact that right now there's a $1.1 million prize pool. And as you can see here, this is a limited time event. There is only 2 more weeks to go. And so if you trade Ethereum anyway, you might as well give this a go if you want. And so if you want to have a chance at winning a share in a $1.1 million prize pool just for trading Ethereum, then I'll leave a link to this page in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. But anyway, getting back into the Ethereum chart, this right here is the daily Ethereum chart. And as we can see right here, we've seen one daily candle close below this ascending line of support, which is obviously a bearish confirmation signal. So what this tells us is that this bullish structure that we've been forming ever since the June low is finally beginning to break. And this break to the downside in the price is also combined with a bearish cross in the daily Ethereum MACD. And so considering we have some bearish confluence on the daily Ethereum chart, obviously things are looking more bearish than bullish at the moment, which means expect some more downside price action. But with that being said, obviously this was not the only level of support that we need to pay attention to. For example, taking a look at this daily Ethereum chart, we have this important horizontal line of support based on these 2 previous lows, and that is sitting at around 1420 to 1430 approximately. And so as of right now, at the time of recording this video, that is the level of support that I'm currently watching for Ethereum. And you might say that this pattern does resemble a possible head and shoulders pattern, and you could argue that that is the case because we do have a bit of a left shoulder here, a head and a right shoulder. But with that being said, the right shoulder is a little bit too large for the left shoulder. So technically speaking, this isn't really a valid head and shoulders pattern. Although if we do break this horizontal line of support, either way, that is a bearish signal. But in case you're wondering, if this does play out like a head and shoulders pattern, then the technical price target in that case would be sitting at around $1,000. And we do have some confluence at around $1,000 based on these previous lows. But anyway, zooming further out on the daily Ethereum chart and taking a look at the Ethereum long positions on the Bitfinex exchange. And what we can see happening right now is a small spike in Ethereum long positions, which could potentially be the beginning of a larger re-entry back into these Ethereum long positions. And in case you're new to all of this, basically when these long positions are at these higher levels, that means more money is betting on Ethereum going to the upside. So basically, when these long positions are at these higher levels, that usually means more bullish price action is to come. And then after the bullish stage, what we normally see is hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, flow out of these Ethereum long positions. And usually that means more bearish price action is to come on the larger timeframes, meaning that this type of bearish price action usually lasts at least a few weeks, if not a few months, before then we start another bullish phase. And so right now, if you're just looking at this small spike in the Ethereum long positions based on these previous examples, it still means potentially there's some more downside price action to come. But historically speaking, based on these previous examples, as more and more Ethereum long positions open back up again on the Bitfinex exchange, that means that we're getting closer and closer to the next bottom. And obviously, I'll be sure to keep you updated on these Ethereum long positions in these videos on this channel. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important update videos. And if you want to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is going up, down, or just chopping around sideways, either way, you can make money in crypto by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video popping up in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is going either up or down, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money in crypto if the price is chopping around sideways. And in case you're wondering why I'm not at my regular setup, I'm currently in the Gold Coast for the Australian Crypto Convention, so if you're going there, I might see you there. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.